How did TED happen? How did you get in?
I applied online. I was registering online, the TED.com website. If none of you have seen it, you've got to visit TED.com, and they have all kinds of awesome videos. And my friend had sent me this, you gotta see TED.com, I love it. And so I was registering just for the regular web membership, and came across their TED Fellowship application form, which I filled out. And what it is a program to help individuals that may benefit from the TED community and vice versa to get them to TED. It's very expensive to attend TED. It's, I think, $6,000 for the Long Beach one, and probably, I think, $4,000 for the Palm Springs simulcast. And so they set up this program, selected 40 individuals from around the world to attend. TED 2009 was the first year that they did it. So somehow I was chosen and flew in from Canada last year, 2009, to attend TED as a TED Fellow.
So did you faint or scream when you found out?
Yeah, I ran downstairs as in my family. I'm like, I'm going to TED. They're like, who? What? Is another one of your crazy science skepticism things you answer?
You're like, yes.
Yeah, what is this a move?
This one's big.
Move to LA.
You know, you said you were influenced by He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. My good friend Don Zlu created that property. He worked for Mattel, and he created it, and it's a very sore subject for him because he didn't get paid any royalties on all those toys. And it was after a divorce. He did it because it was kind of, I mean, he really holds it all in contempt, actually. And the you know why Castle Grayskull's called Castle Grayskull?
I should know this, but I don't.
Tell us. The castle has a very ugly face on it, and Don's ex-wife's last name was Grayskull. Mattel came to him with a sword. He-Man has a sword, and he called it the Power Sword. And people said, well, why did you call it the Power Sword? Well, Mattel told me it had power, so I called it the Power Sword. And that was it.
It's original.
But people in their 20s and 30s treat him like a god, and he doesn't understand it because to him it was just a quick paying job. He also did the Transformers. He created the Transformers for Hasbro. It was the same thing. It's funny how television influences people at certain points.
Right, exactly. Yeah, because, yeah, I mean, it was a cartoon to sell the toy line, but it had those cheesy little morals in everyone. And somehow, over the years, I forgot about all the cheesy corniness of it and like the like heart of it stayed.
That was Louis Scheimer at Filmation did that on all his shows. He at the end of every show he had to get up on a soapbox and tell the kids what was. It wasn't just network standards and practices doing that or forcing him to do it. It was he himself wanted to do that at the end of every show.
Yeah, just the other day, my boyfriend's a voice actor, and we were watching some sort of He-Man clip on YouTube that had the credits, and it said, voice of He-Man, John Irwin. He's like, oh, John Irwin, he's at the same agency as me. I'm like, He-Man? Is that your agency and you didn't tell me this? And then Alan Oppenheimer, Skeletor, is like, oh, I saw Alan a few months ago. I'm like, Skeletor too? It's totally like I was back to being 4 years old.
So maybe I watched all the wrong stuff when I was a kid, and maybe I was a dumb kid. But I don't remember ever watching or reading anything and taking a lesson out of it. Like maybe Charlotte's one. But I can't think of like anything I watched or read and felt affected by. And so whenever people talk about children's stories and lessons and things, I think, this sounds so ambitious that you think, 5-year-old's gonna get this. Do you get feedback from parents about like getting into these young minds, or am I a stupid anomaly?
No, I haven't had that type of feedback because my first series, Secrets of Sorcerers, is aimed more at like a young teenage, maybe like tween audience. So I haven't really produced anything for that age group. So for me, it's a lot of like, well, 11-year-old girls coming up to me and being like, oh, I drew some fan art, and stuff like that. So, yeah.
That's probably the bulk of it.
Yeah, but somehow, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt kind of embarrassed bringing up He-Man at all, but it was just like that was one of my inspirations for this. You know, trying to think about, you know, you can have the sword and sandals magic stuff and not promote woo thinking. You know, like that's what made me think of it, was thinking back on this.
And maybe that spoke more toward your image of it than maybe even what was there, which shows you the roots of where your thinking was
yes,
going. Yes,
definitely. Yeah, like thinking back and geeky rumors about them making a new Masters of the Universe movie. I'm like, no, don't, unless I write it. Because they're going to turn it into like Skeletor and his technology versus He-Man and his magic. And no, please don't. So, yeah.
What can we do to help to make sure you get the presents you need?
Do you know anyone at Viz in San Francisco? No, right? I mean, I like coming to venues like this. You know, talking to the science, critical thinking, skeptic crowd. I'm definitely like that. And I mean, as I said, my focus in my work right now is trying to get a publisher. And so, yeah, that's the biggest hurdle right now to get over. Tell everyone.
Yeah.
Tell everyone.
Link, blog, tweet.
Exactly. Yeah.
Do we have any more questions for Sarah?
What's it like being in a relationship with a boyfriend who's a non-skeptical thinker and is into spirituality and some of what you might call woo?
Oh boy.
Interesting.
Very excellent question, sir, who I do not know. I don't mind. I mean, for me, the thing is, I don't like staying away from views that counter mine. I feel like it's a win-win situation. You know, I either in a conversation find out I'm wrong, and I actually prefer to know I'm wrong. I don't want to be going around like, I believe this, and it's wrong the whole time. So, you know, that's a win for me, is I don't mind finding out that I'm wrong. And the other side is finding out more about why, you know, I know something, rather than just I've always, you know, this is just what I always know. So it's a win-win situation. You either find out you're wrong, and that's good, or you, through talking and learning more about the opposite view, get a better understanding of like, oh yeah, this is why I don't believe in astrology, or right, you know, that's why the earth is round, besides that's what I've always been told, type thing. So I appreciate conversations with the opposite opinion of mine.
Okay.
Do minds change either way?
I think so. Maybe.
A little bit at a time.
I think we learn from each other.
Growth.
Don't let your brain fall.
Right.
Keep an open mind. Not so much.
Very good. Any other questions for Sarah? Wow, let's hear it for